¿Me escuchan? ¿Me escuchan bien?
I think we're live, Jessie. Can you hear me, Jessie?
Hey, hello, good afternoon. I can hear you just fine.
Hey.
Could you hear me?
Yeah. I just thought you're kind of freezing up. Do you have service or are you in a good area with Wi-Fi? I'm not sure. You're
Yeah,
freezing,
I'm
so
in a
I
good
don't.
area with Wi-Fi. I don't know why. Let me see if would this help at all? How about that? Does that help?
I th We'll find out. Let's just roll with the punches. Let's go. Let's figure it out. All right, guys. Hey, everyone, I'm Cynthia Conte for
Hang
Ring
on, I could
TV
just go
and
inside if you want.
okay. I mean, as long as it's up to you. It's really up to you. I mean, you're gonna end up probably moving around saying, "Do I have are you there? Are you there?" But it's all right for now. Let's just let's just
Let's test it.
let's
Let's
just hang
test
out
it.
here
Let's
for
test
now.
it.
Okay.
Is that better? At all?
Yes.
Is that better?
Okay, we shall see. All right, guys. Again, hey
Okay.
everyone, I'm Cynthia Conte
Gente.
for Ring TV and the WBC. Welcome to the 58th annual WBC convention. We're doing a virtual press conference, a virtual press tour. We have Jessie Vargas, the pride of Las Vegas, joining us from a beautiful sunny afternoon. Where are you coming? Where are you coming in from? Where are you chiming in right now?
Well, hey, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for checking us out in this live video. And going back to your question, I am in Eugene, Oregon at the moment. We are
Oh,
just hanging out here for a bit, for a few days. I'm trying to buy a property out here, so I
very nice.
wanted to scope it out and see how nice it is and whether it would be a good investment or not.
It is the time. I mean, sad to say, it is actually, if you are cash is king, this is the time to start swooping up some properties. But good luck to you. Hopefully, you find something that nice gem. You deserve it.
Thank you. Well, it looks nice. It has a small town vibe to it, which I like. But again, I arrived recently, so I still have to scope it out a little more, find out if I'm gonna like it in the long run.
Okay.
So if anyone from Eugene or from Oregon is tuning in, let me know. Send me a message. Give me a tip. Give me some inside information from someone that's a local.
There you go. Jesse Vargas is needing help on buying a house in Eugene, Oregon. Okay, so this is Jesse. This is a very different time. Okay, the last time I saw you was literally the last fight, the last live fight we had before pandemic started. You were fighting Mikey Garcia at the Frisco, Texas, um, and that was pretty much it. I said that was the best card from top to bottom that I have seen in a very long time, and then we shut down like a week after. Uh, are you and your family good? Everything been all right with you during this pandemic?
Yeah, well, that was the last time we spoke. You're definitely
Yeah.
right about that. Fortunately, we were able to give the fans a fantastic show that night, from beginning to end, from the young prospects, Diego Pacheco to Chocolatito Gonzalez against Jafai,
Oh
myself,
yeah.
of course, against Mikey Garcia. I think we gave the fans a great show and a great way to finish off boxing. Not finish off boxing, but the last show before this break and this pandemic.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we did not know it was going to happen. I'm glad we were able to give the fans some type of entertainment right before we all just ended up closing in indoors. But things like this happen sometimes. Very rare. I think the last time it happened was about 100 years ago or so. With the
Very
Spanish flu.
rare.
It's very unfortunate.
And when you
Yeah,
say very
100 years
rare,
ago from now.
yeah. Okay.
Listen, listen. I think that it's gonna go down in history to where we will be 20 years from now, and we're gonna look back and say, "Wow, we lived it and we survived it, and we had to take extra precaution." And it's just one of the it's just a part of life. Sometimes we have strange circumstances that happen to us, and that's exactly what's going on right now. We just have to hold it out, be safe, be cautious, and I hope everyone tuning in and everyone in the world is just being cautious and being informed on what is being done and what necessary precautions they need to take just to be safe and continue with a healthy lifestyle.
Man,
But again, the fight was amazing.
it
The
was
show was amazing.
great. The
Everyone
whole
loved it.
card.
And Yeah, we can't wait to for boxing to be back where the audience could actually be, in attendance. I think that that would be, I mean, that's something that we've been waiting for a few months now. Hopefully, later this year, we're able to get some audience back. I know that certain countries are already letting certain audience fans to be in the boxing show itself. I think Nicaragua started it off. It
Mhm.
might be a little risky at the moment, but I think that with due time, it will be allowed, and I can't wait for that time to come. Then again, if once that happens, it means the pandemic will be more under control. Uh, the doctors will have a better resource to know what how to take care of this situation. But anyway, boxing, can't wait for it to come back. Hopefully October, November, December. Um, if not sooner, but I mean, you just never know. I mean, I'm not a doctor. I don't know too much information about how it's being controlled, but hopefully the sooner the better for us, for everyone in the world, and that we're able to travel again. And I can't wait to go to Europe. Right now, they England closed us down. We can't go to
I
England. We can go
know.
to Croatia though, but
We can go
it's tough.
different
It's tough
parts of the
times.
world. It is tough times. But yes, like you said, just everyone,
I'm sorry, I'm
this
losing you.
too shall pass. Can you hear me now? That's you. Hello? 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 Okay, I'm like there. Like I said, this too shall pass. Now we are going to talk a little bit about boxing because it's the WBC convention, it's the 58th annual convention. People are tuning in all around the world at all different hours. But the big question is, when are you coming back out to fight? When pandemic lifts, and who are you going to fight?
Well, I have to speak with my advisors, my promoter, Eddie Hearn, and find out what dates he has in mind. I know that he has fight week going on, fight week 1, 2, and 3. And that's a great kickoff. It's a great way to start his promotional fights under this pandemic. For him to
Hmm.
get I guess he's taking the necessary steps to move forward to give the fans good shows, and he's doing so far.
Hmm.
And hopefully, I'll be a part of it, sometime later this year, maybe October or November. Just out of the top of my mind, I think that ideally I would love to come back as soon as possible. But again, I mean, realistically, we need to prepare for it. Make sure to find the appropriate gym, which is in quarantine and is being cleaned off every day,
Yeah.
and that way, we're staying safe while we are training. And then besides that, you also got to keep in mind that we would have to spar, 2 to 3 times a week. So we have to just find out how that would be taken care of. As for, let's see, excuse me, sorry about that. As for the fight, hopefully October, November. That's part of the plan.
How's your pandemic weight been?
You know what? It's
You're on
actually,
holiday right now,
it's
so it's
actually,
fine.
you know what though? I still work out. I mean, I have a gym in my house,
Okay.
so that definitely helps me a lot. Right now that I'm, taking a few days off to be on vacation, it's different. But I still stay in shape because I still have a few miles here and there. I mean, I run at least 3 to 5 miles just to stay in shape. I lift weights. I hit the boxing gym when I'm at home. So my gym, my routine to work out stays the same. 3 times a week, and so I'm staying in shape because I'm planning to be in this sport many more years. God willing, many more years. And for that reason, I have to make sure that I'm taking care of my body. I need to make sure that I'm only getting it stronger. I'm not making 147 anymore, that's for sure.
I was
54
just
is my
gonna
weight. You know,
ask.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah. No, no, no. It's just too hard to make. I'm actually. I mean, I first made my pro debut at 140 pounds, 138, 138 pounds. And that was
Wow.
back in late 2008.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I had already made the decision to move to 154 in 2019, which became a knockout victory for me against
Mm-hmm.
Soto, thankfully, and knocked him out in the 6th round. I felt great,
Great
strong,
fight. Great
and
fight.
thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Everyone in LA enjoyed it. The people that were in attendance, the people that tuned into the zone. I'm glad we were able to give them a good show. 2020 was a tough one. We came back down to 147 because we felt that there could, I could find a way to make 147 and healthy. I did make the weight, but it was crucial. It was just very grueling for me. It was tough, especially the last 2 weeks. And I just, I knew that 154 was the right weight for me. You know, it
Okay.
was the right. It's right where I wanted to right where I was gonna feel great, phenomenal at optimum level. And honestly, 54 is my weight division, and I'll be coming up to 160 soon. You know, I don't think I'll be able to stay at 54 for too long.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna take advantage of it. Hopefully, I get a title shot, and I'm able to fight at 54, and then going up to 60.
Well, you are a growing boy, a growing man, and WBC does pride on that. That weight cuts are very, very serious. It's dangerous. So I'm glad that you actually are wanting to move up, because some people will say, "No, I'm going to make this weight." I don't want to say do or die. That's not a very good thing to say, but you know what I mean. So you got a lot. You have a career ahead of you in different weight classes. So I have some questions from some fans. Um,
You know,
Danny
I'm gonna go
Garcia.
back to that. I did
Go ahead.
I did a statement with the WBC, since you mentioned it now, where we were talking about the weight protocols, and
Hmm.
I it was last year. It was in May, just May of last year, exactly 2019, May of 2019, and I was giving my input on the weight and how crucial it is and how dangerous it could be. But even I knowing, you know, how difficult it may be and how crucial it is, I still went against it. It's just sometimes, as you said, we fighters just say, you know what, maybe we can still make it. Maybe we, and then we have that confidence. And you know, just sometimes we just have to. You know what? A recommendation that I would give each and every professional athlete is to go and get checkups with a doctor, with a nutritionist, because they can really calculate your proper weight for you to be at optimum level. Because everyone has different weights where they should be at. You know,
Yeah.
where it's with very lean body fat. You know, I was at my last fight. I was at two. I dropped all the way down to 2.5, like 3%, 2.5, 3% body fat is very low, very very low.
Oh my
And
gosh.
regardless, just I'm just giving a tip. I'm just giving my you know, boxing fans and future boxers or young prospects, just always get checked, because you know, always get the information from professionals. That way you can know where you stand at. All right. So
Oh
what's the question? Let's talk
wow.
to the fans.
Wow. Okay, so there's a couple of them. Oh yeah. Danny Garcia versus Errol Spence. Who you got? Who wins and why and how?
I think that's a good fight. It's a very good fight. Both fighters very talented. You know, they're both champions. I mean, one of them is WBC champion. The other one, I mean, Danny Garcia has just lost his title, but I think that he is world champion caliber, as you all know. I think that it's going to be an entertaining fight. I think that the fans are going to win, and I think that it ends by knockout. But I just don't know the winner. It's a tough fight. I think it's going to be all action all the way through. Then again, there's going to be moments where it's going to be a chess match. I'm sorry, it's not going to be all
Oh.
action. It's going to be a chess match that anything can happen in any given round. And I think that's what people want to see. They want to see, you know, fighters who end up going for the knockout. And I think these guys are going to end up, you know, winning by KO. I just don't know which one. You know, it could either be Spence or it could either be Garcia.
Do you think in this fight, I mean, as a boxing fan and just as a fighter yourself, you're going to look at Errol Spence and it might take away from Danny Garcia? Can you hear?
Lost your audio.
Can you hear me? Oh, you know, let me just unplug.
Is
I
it
don't.
me?
Can you hear me? You can't hear me? What's going on here? I don't know if it's not. Can you guys let me ask WBC, because I don't know what side. Can you guys hear me? Since we are live, hear me. I don't know whose it is, because we are having issues. So we don't know if it's StreamYard. We don't know if it's my computer or you guys. But can you hear me now?
No, I can't hear.
It's you. I think it's you because of your Wi-Fi. Hello.
Better. Yes, I
Better?
can hear you perfectly now. I apologize. Yes, yes, yes.
Okay,
Go
no
ahead.
worries. Based on you know, not taking away anything from Danny Garcia, because this is a real big fight. This is a dog fight, actually. But do you think more people are going to be more focused on how Errol Spence is going to perform in the ring due to his accent?
Definitely. 100%. I think that people are still worried if he's able to perform at optimum level, but I mean, or World Championship class. That's something that we will all find out, come the fight time. But I was gonna say the date, but I don't recall the specific day that the fight's gonna be.
Yeah.
Uh, I think that the people are going to, really find out where he's at. But regardless, I think that he his talent, his technique never fades. It's never gonna fade. But we'll see, the other parts in his body, how his body is reacting to what happened, in his car accident. Regardless, I think if Danny Garcia wins, I mean, he should still get tons of credit because regardless, I mean, it's a fight,
Yeah.
and talent always stays talent. Technique always sticks with you, so it's gonna be a absolute entertaining fight, and winner gets all the credit from me.
Oh, very good. Now, we're talking about welterweights, glamour division. Who is another fan asking who is the best current champion in the welterweight division?
Good question. I think that it's a position that is still yet to be earned because there's so much talent in that division. I think everybody has their own preference. It depends on what style they admire most, what they prefer, whether it's aggressive, whether it's high boxing IQ and just outbox your opponent. Because I mean, Danny Garcia is definitely one of them, and then I mean, Errol Spence another one of them. Sean Porter. I mean, you got so many guys, in the welterweight division, and I think it's all built on preference.
All right. And then another fan asked,
T Bud, I can't forget about T Bud. You already know T Bud is an enormous talent,
thank
enormous
you for
talent. I really like him.
thank you.
Yeah,
Not
yeah, yeah.
people
T,
or promotions. Include him.
no, no, no. You got to include him. I mean, he's a welterweight champion, and he's the top on the list. I think that he is definitely either one or two in the list of best welterweights, whoever you have. He has to be at least in the number one or number two, just because of just his overall talent. He's
Yeah.
very versatile. He has power. He has speed. He's a little smaller for his weight,
Mhm.
but he fits it in very well. He's strong. He has heart. He has a high boxing IQ. I think that he's definitely one of my favorites in the welterweight division, 100%.
Right before you, like an hour ago, I interviewed Mark Times and we talked about the Trans fight, what exactly happened, and sharing the ring with him. What were his thoughts? And he said one of the best he's ever faced, besides Canelo. But he said if he were to fight Mayweather, Manny, any of those, he would beat them. That is how he has Trans on his list. So it's good to hear that. All right, another fan wants to know: would you prefer fighting Lara or Rosario?
All right, that's what I'm talking about. Um, I think Rosario is 160 pounds, right? That's more my style because that's 154. Yeah, give me those questions. I think Lara's 154 and Rosado is 160, I believe. So it would be Lara definitely, and he's a good champion. He's a good champion. He has that Cuban style. He's a little older, but he still has a lot to give in the sport. I'd say that Lara definitely because he's the only one in the weight.
Yeah. All right, and then oh, this is an interesting one. Would you like a rematch with Tim Bradley?
I mean,
Yeah, that
I, I like that question. I like that question because he tuned in to watch that fight. He knew what happened. He knew how much it bothered me, for the fight to finish the way it did. Yeah. So I mean, credit to that guy. What's the name? What's the name of that?
I don't know who sent it. WBC sent it to
All
me.
right,
Whoever asked that question,
all right, cool.
he
Whoever
loved it.
sent it, I liked it. I definitely, I would like to finish that fight, but ultimately, I mean, I know exactly what happened. I know how it ended. Um, it just shows my true grit. It shows how hungry I am from beginning to end, and how I always give you action. And even if I'm losing the scorecards, I will do whatever I do to win. And in the 12th round, that right hand just made a
Boom.
big difference. And it would have been lovely for me to to get the result that was given in the first place. That way I can have another, memorable moment, just like Julio Cesar Chavez did against Medrick Taylor. That's actually one of my favorite fights. And Medrick Taylor fought a fantastic fight, almost picture perfect fight until the last 12 seconds to that fight where he just, he got knocked out. But
Wow,
he did so much to earn it and lost it in the end. It's sad.
you lost him. And all right, well, I'm going to ask you I'm a fan. Tyson versus Roy Jones Jr. They were supposed to come out and fight. They got postponed. Your thoughts on this exhibition bout, and who do you have in this fight? And it would be knockout, or it shouldn't be a knockout because it's not supposed to be a knockout. But do you think it will end in a knockout?
Well, listen, I mean, Roy Jones Jr. against Mike Tyson, I think it's a fight that we're all very interested to see. Just because, I mean, they were the all-time greats. They are definitely names that will go down in history as the best in their division at a certain point in time. Roy Jones Jr., I mean, y'all must have forgot if you don't know how he fought. You know what I mean? That's what he used to say all the time. Y'all must have forgot he has a song like that. But
In his own right.
he had lightning speed. His boxing IQ was extremely high. He had power. He was an overall just great fighter,
Yeah.
and he had the heart of a he had a major heart. He's a great guy. I know him well. Mike Tyson, I don't have to speak much of him because you know about him. Roy Jones Jr. I do the same, but I know him very well, so of course I'm gonna speak him up and I'm gonna talk him up. I'd say that it's good for them. It's good for them because there must be something in them that's kicking in that says, I want to fight. I want to do it again. I want to be in that position again. I want to be looked at being a warrior once again and giving the fans, something to cheer for, some sort of entertainment. And that's what they're gonna do. I'm gonna tune in. I'm gonna buy the pay-per-view. I
Yeah.
mean, those are two fighters who I've admired for decades, especially Roy Jones Jr. He was definitely one of my favorites in my book, and not only as a fighter but also as a friend. He's a great guy. Um, but inside the ring, he was one mean guy, one mean dude for real. I mean, and he says, I mean, it's do or die inside the ring. I mean, once you're in there, you go all out.
Yeah.
And I mean, just know what I mean by that. Do or die means just I'm going all the way through, win or lose. You know what I mean? I don't want any fighter to go into jeopardy. I want every fighter to leave the ring just how they came in, good health. All right,
Okay.
so let's put that in perspective. But when some fighters say that, is meaning they're gonna go all out and they're gonna give it all up in the ring. That's what they say. I'm gonna do or die. Like I'm going in with everything I have, and that's just the fighter's mentality. We don't give up. We don't quit. We go all the way forward. And I think that they do need to take extra precaution, just because I mean they are a little older, and I like both of them. So I just, they're gonna. I'm sure they're gonna go in there with headgears. I don't know. I don't know if he's gonna go
Oh,
8 rounds or six
yeah.
rounds.
There is no headgear.
Oh, no
It's
headgears. Oh, that's
yeah.
that's
It's eight. It's eight.
okay. Well, I mean, listen. I mean, as long as they have people who they have the proper team in the event, the proper protocols, then I'm
Mhm.
all for it. I mean, it should only go a certain amount of rounds. I'd prefer for it to go 6 rounds, but if 8 rounds is how much they want to go, well, I'm gonna respect that. Julio Cesar Chavez came out of retirement and did an exhibition.
Yeah.
Chiquita Gonzalez is doing an exhibition this weekend actually against
Oh,
Daniel Zaragoza. Yeah,
where in Mexico?
yeah, this weekend.
Oh,
So you're gonna see it. It's gonna be televised live in Mexico, and it's gonna be televised, I believe, in the certain states in the U.S. also through a certain channel. So it's gonna be something very interesting. Chiquita Gonzalez against
I
Daniel
love it. Is it
Zaragoza is, yeah, it's
awesome?
going down. They're going in with headgears. I
Okay.
believe it's 3 rounds, right?
Okay.
3 rounds, and they're going all out. And believe me, when you have two warriors inside the ring, they gotta give the fans entertainment. And they said this before the fight. They said, listen, all we want to do is give the fans excitement, have a little bit of pressure on me because of it, but everything should go well. We'll see. We'll see. It's coming in a few days.
Okay. Another fan asked, I'm trying to understand this question. Are you considering boxing mechanics? How to use combinations, how to move strategies? I guess maybe teach boxing. I don't know what I'm a little confused with that, but I don't know how you want to answer that, Jesse. Are you
¿Qué
considering
pasa aquí?
boxing? You're on your
Did
mic.
you hear me?
Can you? I can hear you, but I can't see you. I don't know if someone called you. And okay, so we're still live. This happened to us with Amir Khan. I think it's because on StreamYard, if you're doing it on the phone, if you get a call, it automatically logs you off, which I understand. I've had that problem. But we will have Jesse on hopefully right now. And I think Jesse, I hear you. I hear you, but I don't see you. Ah, there you are.
There we go.
So I don't understand the other question, but I'm going to ask you. So this on weird. Let's talk about this real quick. Eddie Hearn,
Mm-hmm.
backyard.
Is it
Can you
me
hear me?
again?
It's you.
I can't hear you.
You can't hear me? Maybe it's your mic. Okay. Are you? Can you hear me? Yes. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you perfectly.
Okay. So I'll wrap this up very short, like very soon. I just want to get your thoughts on Eddie Hearn, who's been able to bring boxing safely and in a very with entertainment with fireworks in his backyard essentially. And we're going to have a design show here in, well, not here, but it's no, Tulsa, Oklahoma. Are you going to be on that call, the zone, the Espanol? Are you doing that or no?
We'll see. We'll see. I mean, only time will tell. I know that Eddie Hearn is doing a fantastic job with Fight Week. You know, going with Fight Week and Fight Two, and then he has Katie Taylor coming back too. You have, you know, yeah, I think Dylan White's also fighting, and he's gonna have some good card. You know, good show. Unfortunately, Martinez, that fight got postponed, but
I know.
you know, due to him being sick. Yeah, the WBC champion, but he's one of the, you know, action-packed fighters that we have in the sport. I think he's very entertaining to see and to watch, and I hope that he's able to come back soon.
Mhm.
You know, Eddie's doing a good job. Eddie's doing a good job, and I can't wait to be back. Hopefully, we're able to finalize a fight very soon. I know that we have a lot of people at 154, from Charlo to Leo Smith to, you know, Lara that y'all mentioned. Let's see who else we got. You know, just we got a bunch of guys. You know, you have Rosario. Rosario has a couple belts, so
Yep.
the division is stacked. I can't wait to get my hands on one of those belts.
A fan asked, who motivated you to get into boxing?
Who motivated me to get into boxing? My father, he introduced me to the sport, and he got me a documentary on Julio Cesar Chavez. And I said to myself at 8 years old, I want to be just like Julio Cesar Chavez, like many kids my age. And that's what got me into the sport. And I just was fascinated with the technique, with how you didn't have to depend on other teammates. It was just you and your opponent, and let's go. It's all action. The first time I sparred, I think that I just started crying just out of anger because they hit me. And I was like, no, I want to get you back. And I was so mad. First show, let's go. And I always had you know, a major heart. I always had this aggressive instinct, and all I wanted to do is fight. In the beginning, I would cry sometimes because they hit my nose, but I didn't cry because, you know, I was sad or anything. I cried just because I was mad and I wanted to hit them back. You know, that's how much rage I had. But it was controlled rage, and eventually I knew how to control my emotions. And you know, I think boxing has helped me in many ways. You know, just to shape me into the person I am today.
Okay. And then your thoughts of, you've been involved with the WBC, you've done WBC cares, you've done the hospital visits, you've been around WBC. What does that mean to you? Talk about that.
Well, I mean, listen. First of all, let's look back at the history of the WBC and how they helped shape boxing into what it is now. Once you do that, I think that you'll gain respect for the WBC. You know, for everything that it stands for, and for continue to move forward. And I highly respect it. I apologize for that background noise. I don't know
Right.
what's going on. And that's the reason why I want to be a part of it. You know, that's the reason why I like to help out as much as possible, is because I know what they do. I know what they stand for. I know how they help the community, different communities all around the world. And if there's anything I could do to help, they could always count on me. I like to. I try to be a humanitarian where I give back some way somehow and help out wherever I can. So that's the reason why we stand together.
Another fan asked, can you explain the process to get the physical features of a boxer? AKA a lot of dieting and running.
It's very Yeah, I mean, it's very difficult, very grueling, it takes a lot out of you. Not only the preparation physically, but also emotionally, and mentally. It could become frustrating. You do have to stay away from your family. You have to avoid distractions. You avoid your friends. You avoid your girlfriend, your wife for 2 months at a time, or a month and a half, 6 weeks. It's just tough. I mean, overall, I mean, of course, the training you won't have any idea until you actually work out or you actually look at a boxing workout from a world champion. What he does, what he has to do, from his diet to his sleeping hours. I mean, you can't have ice cream, can't have chocolate. You can't have sweets. You can't spend time with your family. You can't go out with your friends if you want to. So yeah, it's tough. It's tough in many ways, but it's a sacrifice that we're willing to make to give the fans what they want to see: entertainment. One, two, to provide for our family, and three, to be able to make your dreams come true, make history.
All right, another fan. I actually really love this question. Ring Magazine is one of the most important boxing publications in all of history. How has it been working with them? The Bible of boxing.
I'm sorry about that. Could you repeat that question? The Ring Magazine.
The Ring Magazine is one of the most important boxing publications in all of history. Talk about how has it been working with them? The Bible of boxing.
One word. I mean, amazing, amazing.
Yeah, it is. It is true. All right. Well, I know that you and I think you hung up. I Okay. No, I have no sound. But you know what, Jesse? I will let you go. To go. I don't want to take up any more of your time. Go enjoy Oregon. I hope you find a beautiful home, something that you can, maybe lay down some roots. Who knows? You never know how long pandemic will be. You can start training out there. But I hope to see you in the ring again. I hope to hear you behind the mic because I always say, before you even started doing defense commentary, I go, you have a future behind the microphone. And sure enough, you landed on the behind the mic. So you
Thank you.
stay safe, you and your family stay safe, and I will see you again. Do you have a final message to WGC and everyone tuning in all around the world to the convention right now?
Of course. Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you all for watching out, for supporting us. For just be patient with boxing. It's gonna be back. Little by little. And don't miss out on this fight, Chiquita Gonzalez exhibition fight. Chiquita Gonzalez against Daniel Zaragoza. I'm gonna be one of the commentators. So you speaking about behind the mic, I'm one of the commentators. You're gonna enjoy it. I'm telling you, these guys are gonna go at it. They're gonna have a whole stack card of young prospects, along with, of course, Chiquita Gonzalez coming back out of retirement for an exhibition fight against another retired fighter, Daniel Zaragoza. Not only fighter, I would say a former world champion in his day, and also one of the all-time greats, two of the all-time greats, Chiquita Gonzalez, Daniel Zaragoza. In the coming days, tune in, and if not, I'll post a link where you could also watch it. I'm gonna be one of the commentators, along with Lauro Camarena. Jackie Nava is gonna be another commentator. I'm telling you, it's gonna be sweet. Yeah,
Oh,
Jackie
it's
Nava is another commentator. So
all in Espanol. I mean, I'm learning Espanol right now, but I'll watch it. I'll listen to it, and maybe I'll learn that way faster from you guys. But yes, Jesse, let us know. Post the link so we can find out because I really want to see Chiquita fight. I want to. I just Hey, they're all coming back out of retirement. Everyone's gonna start coming out of retirement. Careful, all these retired fighters might be calling your name out. Just saying.
you
All right,
never know.
you never know.
Exactly.
You take care of yourself, Jesse. Thank you so much. The pride of Las Vegas. Be safe, and I appreciate you. Thank you. All right, guys. I'm Cynthia Conte for Wing TV and WBC. See you guys at the fight. Bye, guys. Bye, guys. Thank you. I don't know.